Welcome in, welcome, welcome.
Hey, let's do it one more time. One more time.
All right, welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Come on in, come on in. All right, so I forgot to put the let me update the title with the phone number. I forgot to put it in. All right, 323-488-3149. Come on, let me copy this and place this here. Space, update all. Okay, welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am opening up the phone lines for the first time in a long time. I have not had a call-in show in so long, but yesterday's topic sparked so much follow-up commentary that I said, you know what? Let me open up the phone line so that I can give people the opportunity to call. What is happening with LinkedIn? To give people the opportunity, forget it, forget LinkedIn. We're live on LinkedIn, but it's going crazy. So, nonetheless, the Danish deception, so much to unpack, and people, I don't know what it is. Listen, I'm in grad school. Everybody here knows that. Those who don't know, please know I'm in grad school. I don't have the time to look up the stories like the person I was when I was not in grad school. So if there's a story that you want me to see, you have to send it to me. You TonyaTKO.com/contact. And that's really all that I can do. Rather than waiting for somebody else to send it to me, you make sure that you're the one who sends it to me because other people aren't sending it, So listen, so I am here and hey, Robert, welcome. So I am opening up the phone lines for people to talk about any video that I've done lately that you wanted to speak on. So many people comment so much stuff on my videos, but now that the phone lines are open, will people call in? If you have a comment about, I'm a psych major. If you have a comment about the trans teacher, zero student, grade, Christian paper, reflection paper in Oklahoma, call in about that. If you have a comment about some of the videos that I've put up on my Facebook page lately, which talked about how men just are not getting it, that that they are unbearable, I said in that video. What else? There's a situation with the nurses that's going on. If you have an opinion about that, I haven't had a chance to cover that. I tried to get some nurses that could call in with their point of view, but with nurses' schedules, I just wasn't able to coordinate a show, especially with my own schedule. So then there's that, but I'm here now. I am taking a mental health break from school today, so I'm not going to class, I'm not going to campus. I was supposed to, but I uh, just, it's finals time right now. And I have a 20-page paper, a 10-page paper, and another project due. And I just really just wanted some time to myself because I have a really full weekend and I just was just not emotionally feeling it. But I said, you know what? Let me interact with the people. Welcome, welcome in, welcome, welcome. So, who here would like to call in? I see on Facebook, oh wow, this is very interesting. That on YouTube there's 38 viewers which is rather strange for a broadcast of mine on YouTube. So I don't really know what's going on with YouTube. There's no controversial words in the title, so I don't know what's going on. On Facebook, there's 11 people. Mind you, listen, mind you, there's a million people on my Facebook page. I knew that the revolution would not be televised because these people control what information we get, how far the information gets out, all of that. So this is part of the reason that I made the text notification squad, and part of the reason that I'm investing my own money in creating an app so that more people could get the notification, because with the tech squad there are pluses and minuses because text notifications are governed by the laws, the telecom laws of the United States and other people's countries. So I'm making an app so that anybody in any country can be able to get the notifications for a very, very, very low price. I'm trying to get it down to 99 cents per month. That way all of you can. And so Mary is saying I would call in. Oh, I would like to call in. Okay. And LaShonda, hey, LaShondra, doctor's appointment? Is this routine? I hope everything is okay. All right, so the phone line is open, 323-488-3149. I need a white, now that it's Christmas time, I need a white cord for my microphone because this one is standing out now against my background. All right, so it's time to call in. Whew. So, who says thank you for this, Tonya? We know how full your plate is right now. All your shows are amazing, in my opinion, but the last one had us using our critical thinking skills and not emotion. I appreciate that. Do you do anything on the mother giving birth in a car because the hospital kicked her? What? A hospital? Let me guess, she was black, right? Because it's always against a black woman. Yesterday, I was listening to Nick Fuentes talk about whether or not we should have segregation back again. And he said, yes, well, and then he started saying no, but I was too sleepy last night and I ended up falling asleep. So I don't know what else he said after that. But I'm like, if I could be completely honest, I'm like, we should have segregation back again. We're already segregated, except our tax dollars are going into systems that are not benefiting our neighborhoods. We're redlined, our neighborhoods are the dumps, and when people feel like coming and taking the neighborhoods, they just come and take them. That's part of the reason I'm I, I'm not even going to talk about my own personal situation. But nonetheless, I'm like, when we had our own doctors and midwives and we were taking care of ourselves, we didn't have these types of issues. And now we are in this integrated system where we are being unfairly targeted. We need our own police officers, our own hospitals, doctors, our own gynecologists. We need all of that. Like, yes, she was black. The nurse and doctor were fired. You know, firing is not enough. These people need to be arrested for attempted murder. They need to be arrested. I don't know what else to say. I didn't see it. Wow, she was sent back. Why was she sent back home? Ugh. Anyway, phone lines are open. So I need somebody to call in because I feel like the thing is not working. 323-488-3149. Can somebody test the phone line so that I can get the volumes and everything together and make sure, because I haven't done this in so long that I need to just make sure that it's working right. Having to drive to their areas for better groceries, health, food stores, etc. Exactly. Oh, a call is coming in. Oh, is it not? What is going on? I don't want this. Has anyone tried to call in? Their medical licenses need to be revoked, but not just them. We need an overhaul of our medical system, our law enforcement system, the courts. I was just listening to this guy on Instagram earlier today, and he was like, these white people act like they're more American than we are, telling us go back to Africa and all this other stuff. And he's like, my family is more American than yours who came in through Ellis Island. And I'm thinking, you know what? He's damn right. Like a person like Donald Trump, who his parents were fucking immigrants, how the hell is he more American than any of us? How the hell is he more American than the people who built this country? Hmm? Ah, tocophobia. I don't know. What is tocophobia? Lord have mercy. They didn't got a new phobia out here. All right. Phone lines are open 323 489. What is it? 323. Oh, this my they're telling me the number is wrong. 323. Hold on. Oh gosh. See, it's been so long. Hold on. Let me update it. Let me see what the number is cuz I feel like I forgot my own number. 488-3149. Hold on. Let me update it right now. My bad, y'all. My bad. It's been a minute. That's how you know it's been a minute. All right, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right, and let me put it inside 488-3149, right? Oh, I did the 3419. Ciao. Oh my gracious. Thank you. Thank you, admins. Thank you. All right. Okay. I have updated it. Okay. Everything is updated now. International callers can call in. Let me get my WhatsApp up and running. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I updated it, admins. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My bad. My bad. My bad. Okay, let me. Oh, the WhatsApp is not. It's not here. Are you on? Do you have Telegram, or you can call in on the American number? If you have Telegram, you can call in on a regular number. 323-488-3149 is the telephone number. Tocophobia is the extreme fear of pregnancy and childbirth. Listen, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You do not have to do it. Okay. Thank you for calling Tonya TKO. You're live on the air. Hold on. Hold on. My microphone and stuff is not connected. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, thank you for calling the Tanya TKO. Oh my goodness, my thing is messing up. Ugh, if it ain't one thing, it's another. All right. You're on the air live with Tanya TKO. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, Tanya. This is Leslie. I'm usually my aunt on the mat
Oh,
in the comments.
hey. Hey, welcome.
Thank
Leslie, how
you.
are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. I'm taking a little bit of a mental health day today, so I'm here. What about you?
I'm back in West Africa.
Oh,
You know, I
okay.
think I think it's been over a year since you were on the phone because I think I called in when I was back in the States about a year ago.
Oh, yeah, it's been a minute. I don't even know if it's probably been more than a year because if you remember, I had my surgery June of 2024, and then I was messed up for a while. So I don't even know when was the last time I had a call in. But you're here now, so let's talk about what it is that's on your mind.
Well, I was really just calling in so you could get a test to see if the
Oh,
system
okay.
was working.
Okay. Okay.
But I do want to tell you, I can't remember exactly when or what topic it was, even though I did appreciate how you did have us use our critical thinking skills in the last post that the last live that you had.
Yeah.
I mean, really allow. What I think I appreciated was how you broke down and explained everything that you were reading. It's like, okay, so it said this in this article, but let me explain to you what it means. And it was very helpful because um, sometimes people can be too wordy
Mhm.
and work around the main point. And so you just allowed it to like make it very clear. And I'm 5 hours ahead of you,
Mm.
and so when I'm home and I'm being still, it's I'm kind of excited when I can catch you live because it means I have something to do at about 6:30 in the afternoon, and so I really appreciate what you share. And I just find it kind of interesting being back here in Africa and seeing what's going on in the United States, um, which is very, very interesting. And also being from New York and seeing what lies ahead for New York and with this next mayor. And so
Yeah.
I'm hoping that things kind of look up. Things start to move forward again.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about coming back to Mamdanistan?
Oh, I'm staying here for a little while.
Okay. Okay. Do you still vote in the elections?
I came back to vote and for the presidential election, and
Oh.
yeah,
How do you feel? How do you
but
feel about the? How do you feel about the fact that you flew thousands of miles, voted in the presidential election, and it turned out the way that it did? I mean, you did your part, but how do you feel about how everything turned out?
I was a little disappointed about the outcome, but I was happy that I was able to make the effort to
Yeah.
go. And what I found exciting was my younger son said, "Mom, I'm coming with you." So we just made a whole day of it. We voted. We went to IHOP. We walked around the old neighborhood, and so I thought that was a lot of fun.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. How does it feel to be so far removed in the motherland and watching what's going on here?
The problem is, as a Black American, no matter where I go in the world, I'll always be a Black American.
Mm,
And so I'm never really far removed from it. I have
mm,
family and friends in America, and I worry about um, how their mental health is because we have to constantly keep reminding ourselves that maybe we've been here before or our
yeah,
ancestors have been here before
yeah,
and we have history and we are reminded that we have overcome, but it's still a lot. Sometimes I can't recall what live you were on, and you got very emotional, and I just sometimes I'm just worried about the mental health and the weight that we have that's constantly pressed on us.
mm-hmm,
And even though we say that we're going to be still and not march anymore in the streets, we're still very active in many ways because that's who we are as Black women.
mm-hmm.
And because we're always being targeted, we're always in the trenches. We don't get a chance to step away because they're always wondering what are we doing and why aren't we getting involved and how dare you be still.
Yeah,
And so like I said, I'm here and I'm still like I am operating as a Black American here in West Africa. I decided that we were going to celebrate Kwanzaa via Zoom
Oh, nice.
and really break down what we're doing here and allow the other Americans that are here an opportunity to share how they celebrated Kwanzaa and other things like that. And just so that we could continue and to appreciate the American culture that we have brought here. And so it won't be cold, it won't be
Oh,
snowy,
no, that's right.
but at least, yeah, that's the part that I don't miss at all. But there is a strong group of Black Americans who have come to rest and to find a place where they can breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And we are trying to live that life, but we are still very connected to what happens in the United States because we will always be American.
That is true. Thank you so much for that perspective. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in and testing the phone lines. I am going to open up the lines for a person who wants to call in to discuss a topic. And you gave us some good food for thought to start us off today. So thank you.
Welcome, Bronx girl. We'll talk soon.
Hey. Okay. Bye.
Right from the boogie down Frog's Neck. All right.
All right then. Bye.
Okay. Take care.
All right. The phone lines are open. Let me see. I'm trying to post a post on Facebook and Instagram, letting people know that I'm live since the platforms are not sending it out. Check YouTube. Hold on. Check YouTube and Facebook. Okay. I'm going to post it on my YouTube thing as well because it's like I don't understand why these platforms are trying to hate on me today. It's weird. Oh, okay. Here. Next. What? Facebook is so desperate. They're always trying to get me to pay some money to boost something. So now they want me to pay them for me to get some reach on their stupid platform. They must be out of their doggone minds. Okay, I'm trying to fix my camera. Okay, there we go. All right. Phone lines are open 323 488 3149. Okay, I've posted on Instagram and Facebook. Let's see. I'm about to post on YouTube right now because why not? Because YouTube, hold on. How do I post on YouTube? Oh, plus. And then I need to get picture, manage, select more media. I did a live on air thing. Next. Next. All right, paste. All right. I'm just letting people know I'm live on air. All right. So 323-488-3149. Phone lines are open. I am talking about any topic that is on your mind regarding anything that I've talked about recently. Oh, it's all, if it ain't one thing, it's another. I tell you that much. If it ain't one thing, it's another. All right. Wow, people acted like they had so much to say. Well, you know what? Maybe people do have things to say, but they don't know that I'm live. So they don't know that they have the opportunity to say it. So 323-488-3149. Phone lines are open. Oh. Okay, I wanted to call, but the prior caller said exactly what I also thought. Okay, all right. TikTok does the same thing, Tonya. Boost through. Yeah, exactly. So now they don't want to pay you, but they want you to pay to. It's like, what? Like, come on. These people. This is unchecked capitalism right here. All right. So listen, you all keep saying, Tonya, have a call in show. Tonya, have a call in show. Maybe instead of just doing a separate call in show, I need to do the topic and then have the call in show, or what? I don't know. Phone lines are open. So many people said they had so much to talk about. They wanted to discuss things with me. And then now I'm sitting here with no one willing or able to call in. And my Facebook page has 9 people on the broadcast right now out of 1 million that are following my page. Like, does this make any sense? All right. I don't know what else to say. I honestly don't know what else to say. I've done my part and I've made myself available. And now no one is there to call in. I know somebody wants to call in. I know somebody wants to, but where is the person? I don't know. Maybe I can do the mini presentation. Well, I need to prepare the presentation. I need to take out my identifiable information from there. We have a call coming in. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling in from?
This is Marie. I'm from Florida.
Maurice, where the heck have you been, child? You done disappeared on all of us. What's happening to you?
I had to step outside because I'm actually at work. I got like about 15 minutes.
Well,
I've been
this is how
I've
you
been doing
try to
some stuff.
jump back into to reintroduce yourself. You gave us some big news behind the scenes, and then you just disappear.
Yeah, oh, I've had a lot happen. Um,
Oh,
but I was the one that said the thing about the lady with the at the hospital.
okay.
I just want people to be aware that when they go to hospitals, bring somebody with them because I experienced that about 2 years ago when I had surgery, and they treat us very differently. And I I know it was going on, but then when it happened to me, I was more of in shock. I had to check myself out and drive myself to the VA while in pain. So, with the incident that happened with the mom, she was in there for a few hours, and um, she was dilated, but she wasn't dilated enough. So they sent her home, and dad and grandma was put her back in the car to go to another hospital. Way, and 8 minutes out, she gave birth inside the car.
Well,
So that
but
was the thing that was
how
on.
dilated was she?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was just like I guess she wasn't dilated for a certain amount of time. So they just said, "Well, you're not having the baby right now, so you can go home." And then there was another one too where she was in the chair in the waiting room being questioned by the nurse, and she was seriously in pain. And the nurse was just asking her, "How many kids did you have?" The regular questions they ask you when you first come to the hospital. But she's in
Yeah,
pain and crying.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
that, for us as, black women, um, we sometimes don't get the care that we need. We
Mhm,
don't get properly diagnosed.
mhm.
And a lot of us are afraid to go to the doctor because we see things like that happen to others. So we just don't get ourselves checked. So just people
Hold
for
on,
people to be aware.
hold on,
Hmm.
hold on. What? Wait, what? So wait, hold on, hold on. I need to take a vote real quick, Maurice.
What
So,
happened?
because I need to take a vote. Hold on. So, ladies, if you don't go to the doctor because you see stuff like that happening, and so you don't go to the doctor to get yourself checked, put up a number one, okay? Put up a one, But if you are going to the doctor to get yourself checked because your health is in your hands, and you are going to do what you need to do to find a place with people who are going to treat you the way you need to be treated so that you could live longer and live healthier, put up a number two. I need to see whether or not people are not going to the doctor because of what is happening to other people, especially on the news. Oh my goodness. All right, go ahead, Maurice. I'm gonna wait
Mhm.
for the vote to come in as you're talking.
Hmm. Well, with my experience is that, I'm former military, so I get seen by the VA, and the VA is very good at sending you notification when things need to be done. And it was decided I had some issues and I needed to have a hysterectomy. So I went to the VA, they did the operation. Well, I guess 4 to 5 days after the procedure, I started having some complications. My house is not that far from the local hospital, and plus it was during the Christmas time frame. Like it was like I think it was like 2 days or a day before Christmas, and then it was the weekend. So I was having a lot of pains in my abdomen area and a lot of bleeding. So I checked myself in to the hospital, and also I had my boys. I'm a single mom. I didn't have anybody because all of my friends they're traveled because it's the Christmas season, so
Yeah.
nobody was there to able to help me. So I figured the hospital down the street, the kids will be fine. I'm gonna go there. I went there. I checked myself in the ER, and then due to my pain, they were giving me morphine in the ER. So they admitted me and they brought me up. They gave me a room upstairs. Now, when I got upstairs, they continued to give me morphine to help with the pain. And then they did some x rays to find out what's going on. And what they found was I had a mass the size of um, what's that thing called? Tennis ball of blood around the surgical area, and it was growing. So they have decided that what they're going to do is they're going to have to drain it. However, the doctors that would be available to drain it won't come in till Tuesday because of the holiday. So I'm like, okay, fine. I contacted the VA doctor that did my surgery. She approved the whole thing because, because I'm not at the VA, I don't want to get billed for it. She approved the whole thing. So the nurse that came in, because I guess they switched nurses, and I ended up getting a white female to for my nurse because when I first went in, I had a male, and then when I after he left, I got a white female. She switched my medication from being IV morphine to pill form. So with pill form, they have to give it to you at least an hour prior to it wearing off. So when it came time, I'm noticing that I'm starting to feel the pain again. So I'm buzzing her. I'm like, hey, it's about time for the medication. She said, I'll be right there. So 30 minutes goes by. She's still not there. So now I'm at almost full blown pain. So when I texted her, I pressed the button again. I pressed the button again. Then she got mad at me and was like, you're not the only patient I have to tend to. And I said, well, I'm actually in pain. She said, well, you're not the only one here that's in pain. So I called a few friends. I was pissed. I said, you know what? I'm going to have to check myself out because by that time she had missed the time to give me the medication. So she didn't even come on time at all. So I was starting to get in severe pain again. So and then I called her and I said, look, I'm just gonna check out. I called the VA doctor called in, and I spoke with her and I explained to her what's going on. She said, and I asked her, can you have the VA pay for an ambulance to take me from this hospital to the other hospital? And she was like, no, because you're already at a hospital. They should be able to treat you at this hospital and do the procedure there. But they're refusing. So I said, okay. So I had to check myself out, drive myself to the Tampa VA hospital. That happens to be about like, I want to say about 25 to 30 minutes away from the hospital I was at. So while in pain, I had to drive myself to the VA hospital. And the VA hospital, the ER area, because it was holiday season areas, there's certain doors that were locked. So where I parked wasn't right where the I thought the ER was. So when I finally found a door that was unlocked to go to the ER, I literally was walking, holding on to the walls to get to the ER. Some lady who happened to be doing exercising, doing her steps, to get her steps in, saw me and got a wheelchair and put me on a wheelchair and brought me to the hospital, to the ER section. I mean, they ended up doing the procedure at the VA. The doctor that did the operation came in and she apologized um, for what they did, but it was just like I shouldn't have to have done that to get the medicine that I need. I'm not a drug person. I don't come to the hospital to ask for drugs. I just don't get how some people think that we as black people our pain tolerance is they just think we can take all the pain we can take. No.
Okay, so
Mm-mm.
I appreciate
So
you sharing everything that you shared. Thank you, Maurice. I will say this to you and every other black woman out there, okay? Because you all know that I just spent a year dealing with a chronic health issue for which I had to
hmm
be at the hospital sometimes several times a week, right? What I will say to you is that they have each patient has a medical chart. And these, so remember yesterday we were talking about the rubric in the school, right? And we were talking about what does the rubric say? And I was in the comments arguing with people this morning because I'm like, damn, because people are like, she didn't cite her source, and that's why she got it. And I'm like, damn, what does the rubric say? Because back in the days when our parents used to go to school, or people older than us, or even some of us in our younger generations, when we went to school, teachers could give you whatever type of grade they wanted based on some unknown criteria. So what they did was they created a rubric so that the teacher was going to list what you're going to get certain points for, so that there's no ambiguity, there's no aha gotcha moment at the end of the semester. And how that relates to this that we're talking about is you have a medical chart. And your medical chart, I believe, can be used as a legal document in case you need to go to court. So one of the things that I found out, because I had to get my chart so I could give it to another doctor, right? When I saw my chart, I was stunned. I nearly farted. What I saw in my chart was everything that I told the doctor. Every single thing that I said that I was going through, that was happening with me, et cetera, was listed in this chart. If I said that I was feeling sad, or I was eating extra, or whatever the case may be, when I told them, when I had the issue with my incontinence, and I was like, oh, I used visualization and the incontinence went away. That was in my chart. Everything was in my chart. So I will say this: if there is a medical professional who is treating you any sort of way that you are not in agreement with, if they're not bringing you your medication, if they refuse to give you a test, if they deny you something, if they're trying to give you something, if they don't explain something to you, ask them to put it in your chart. And you will see that they will stop in their tracks, just like that story I told yesterday when I had to do a 180 bust upside that girl's head and she stopped, turned around, and stumbled away. You will see they will stop in their tracks. They will turn around and they will get you whatever the hell it is that you have asked for, because there's something about that chart that gets them in check. So that the nurse, the whomever who wasn't giving you your drugs, just tell them to put it in your chart that they're refusing you your medication at the time that you're asking for it. Tell them to put that in your chart and see how things change immediately.
I agree. I agree. But just, you know, So for all of us out there, to just be mindful and pay
Yeah.
more attention.
Yeah,
The details
absolutely.
matter. They mean something.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. We appreciate that. Thank you, Maurice. Keep your head up and come
You're
back
welcome.
behind the scenes and let us know what's going on with you because I'm not going to say publicly, but I'm curious about some of the things we heard during our last catch up.
Yes, yes. A lot has changed.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Okay.
All right
Hmm.
then. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Listen, it's time for us to get up and do our movement break. The time went very quickly. So I'm still taking calls in. All right. Let's see. Let's see what this song is talking about. Hey, get up out your seat. Let me get my all right. That's our warm up. Let's get let's see if we can find something else. We have a lot of Christmas songs here. Let's see. All right.
Jingle them bells and frolic. Oh, by gosh, some stolly. Eggnog, gin and tonic make Yuletide gay and jolly. Same procedure every year. I just can't get enough. I drink till Rudolph reappears. A toast to him, that red-nosed dear. Jingle them bells and frolic. It's the best day of the year. Come fly with me now, Lee. I'm loaded.
I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see what we have. All right. Hold on. Let's see. We got. Hey, get up out your seat. I don't care who you are or where you at. Oh, oh. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know what's going on with me. All right. All right. All right. Listen. Listen. Oh my goodness. I've gone mad. I've gone mad, y'all. I've gone insane. All right. All right. So at least we got our movement in. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. All right. Whew. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So listen. Listen. Somebody said they wanted to call in, but I don't remember their name. So if you want to call in, now is your opportunity. 323 488 3149. I don't know what is going on with your girl, but I don't know that I just felt silly. All right, so here we are. Let me start my timer again. All right. There we go. 323 488 3149. The phone number is scrolling across the screen. It just started snowing in Maine. Oh, how beautiful. It must be very lovely this time of year. But don't bring that snow down here just yet. Don't bring it down here just yet. All right, listen. If you have been in the holiday spirit before today's video, put up a 3. If my video is helping you get into the holiday spirit, put up a 4. Let me see where we are at as a community. Let me see where we're at as a community, because I really wasn't in the holiday spirit earlier, but I said, you know what? Let me just at least put one foot in front of the other. Let me just at least take one step towards happiness, even if I'm not really feeling it. Let me just take one small step, because it is December. It is the end of the year. And if we don't take the time out for celebration, then we'll just go the whole year without intentionally celebrating. And then it'll find us if it finds us, but not not purposefully. So I made a purposeful effort to decorate, to put on a little eyeliner and some blush upon my cheeks. Oh, here's the vote is coming in. Here's the vote. So we have a 4, some people getting into the holiday spirit. Oh, one person was already in the holiday spirit. We have a bunch of people who are getting into the holiday spirit. That is beautiful. That's wonderful. Elle was already in the holiday spirit. That's wonderful. Cheryl's getting in the spirit. Rebecca's getting in the spirit. Crystal's getting in the spirit. This is wonderful. All right. So, all right, a call is coming in. You're in the ear live with Tonya. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, it's Shane. I'm in Leesburg.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi. What's your name and where you calling in from?
Hey, Shane. I'm in Leesburg, Georgia.
Okay, so we have Charlene in Georgia. All right, Charlene, so talk to us. What is your topic for this call?
The education system and what's going on.
Okay, talk about it.
So I'm a criminal justice major, and then I noticed the Trump administration just like kind of cut out declaring nursing as a profession,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm starting to think he only did that just because there are a lot of black women that want to be nurses, and then that's a good way for them to climb up the tax bracket, and I feel like that's the reason why he did that.
Okay, what makes you feel that?
Because there are a lot of things he's doing that's not really helping minorities. Like the civil rights acts and stuff, and he's got a lot of people on his side that are like trying to get rid of that and push it down. So that's why I feel like he targeted that major, because I noticed he wouldn't do that for like criminal justice majors, because they're trying to recruit like ICE agents and stuff.
Mm,
But not all of us in this major want to be ICE agents. I want to go to law school one day.
mm-hmm,
I don't want to be a cop.
mm.
But I feel like he's targeting certain majors that minorities are more likely to try to go after.
Oh, that's very interesting. Some people feel it's because of women, that it's a female, that he's doing this to female dominated fields. So I'm not as familiar with this topic as I could be, because I heard that he also did this to other professions as well. But which professions those are, I do not know. I can look at AI real quick. Give me just one moment. Let me pull it up. I'm going to go to Gemini and I'm going to ask Gemini. Um, oh, Nano Banano. Okay, so now I'm trying some new stuff. What, comic? I don't want no damn comic. Get out of here. I'm trying to do something else. You acting stupid. All right. Let me let me go ask which professions were just what happened to the professions so that I know what to look for. Were they downgraded or classified?
I guess you could say that, and then that ended up affecting some of the funding that nursing students are get to continue their education.
Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. All right. All right, so it's thinking. Tell me your name again. You said it was
Shame.
Shane?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is what I put in. I said which professions were downgraded to non-professional in the Trump administration? Explain this to me. Okay. And someone is saying, sadly, the nursing field has lost its credibility because of the quality of workers. Really, what do you mean by that? Tell me more. Was the quality really poor and that's why they had to downgrade it? I heard that this also happened to teachers because I was walking down the street yesterday and there were two people that were talking. You know how other people are having a conversation, and because they're speaking out loud and they're speaking in your language, you could hear them, but you're not really paying attention. Some people were walking down the street and they were saying that teachers were downgraded. So I'm like, teachers. So I don't know if that's true or not because I was rushing to class myself because yesterday I did that video and then I got to class with barely a minute to spare. Oh, someone saying my makeup looks pretty. Thank you. I put on a little bit of blush. I have on some lipstick and I put on some eyeliner. Thank goodness my skin is clear enough that I don't even need foundation. AI is not giving me no damn answer. Let me refresh this because it still says it's thinking. Oh, do you think this thing has been corrupted by the administration so that it won't tell me that? Hold on, let me refresh and see. Maybe it's my internet connection.
Probably that too.
Let me see. Oh gosh. Uh, so this thing is it. Delete this mess. Talking about some comic. I never wanted that. And then this says gems. I don't want no gem either. What is this thing talking about? Oh, I am not in my paid account. Let me let me hold on. Cuz as a student, I get the Google Suite complimentary. Let's see. Wow. It never, so that whole thing that I just typed did not go through. Let me switch over to my paid account and I'm gonna have to type this again. Give me 1 second. So the person who's saying this, do you mind calling in? Hold on. What was the prompt is, all right, which professions were downgraded to non-pro professional in the Trump administration? Explain. Okay, I just put it in. So now, unbelievable. All right. So this is so it's working. It's working now. Give me just one moment, Shane. I apologize for the delay.
It's okay.
DOE made the someone is saying DOE made the degrees non-professional. And someone else is saying the quality of nurses. Some nurses are former mean girls. All right, so here, this is what Google Gemini is saying. All right. So it says here,
Mhm.
based on policy changes, and hold on, let me make this a little smaller. Let me make this smaller so that the word will wrap. And then let me see if I can make this bigger. Oh, it's always something. Based on policy changes and executive orders from the Trump administration, specifically in late 2025, the term downgraded or reclassified applies to two distinct groups of professionals. One, healthcare professionals downgraded to non professional degrees. Affected professions: nurses, practitioners, midwives, and clinical nurse specialists, CRNAs, NPs. Wait, nurse practitioners as well? Wow. Physician's
Yes.
assistants, PAs, physical therapists, PTs, audiologists, social workers in some context of the ruling. The change: previously, these degrees were categorized alongside medical doctors, dentists, and lawyers as professional degrees, which allowed students to borrow significantly more money to cover their expensive training. The new rule removed them from the list, downgrading them to standard graduate status. The explanation: here's the explanation for those of you following along on the screen with me. Explanation: the reclassification was part of a cost cutting measure attached to the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, a spending reduction package. By labeling these degrees non professional, the administration reduced borrowing limits, capped annual federal loans for these students at $20,000, down from $50,000 available to professionals like doctors and lawyers, eliminated Grad Plus access, removed access to Grad Plus program, which previously allowed students to borrow up to the full cost of attendance. Rationale: the administration argued this would place common sense limits, but we can't get common sense gun laws. This is something else right there. This would place, hold on. I'm trying to get my, all right. There. This would place common sense limits. Where was I? Limited la 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 la. I can't find where I non-professional 20,000, professional like doctors, removed access to grad plus, blah blah blah. The administration argued this would place common sense limits on federal lending and reduce government liability, though critics argued it would exacerbate shortages in rural health care where NPs and PAs are primary providers. Federal civil servants reclassified Schedule F. Okay, so let's see what this is talking about. While they were not explicitly labeled non professional, a massive block of federal career experts were downgraded in terms of status and protection. Affected professions: scientists, statisticians, and regulators. Hold hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Scientists, statisticians, this is where we're at right here for you all to see what it is that I'm reading. Statisticians, scientists, and regulators, for example, EPA, CDC, FDA, attorneys and policy analysts, senior executives in federal agencies. The change: Though an executive order reinstating the Schedule F policy, sometimes renamed Schedule Policy Career, the administration reclassified tens of thousands of career civil service positions. The explanation: civil service stripped these employees. Wait, civil services stripped. These employees were moved from the competitive service, which grants tenure and protection from political firing, to the accepted service, at will employment. This effectively converted them to at will employees, meaning they could be fired for any reason, including political disagreement or policy differences, without the traditional due process or appeals. Rationale: the administration stated that this was necessary to remove the quote unquote deep state and ensure that government employees were loyal to the president's agenda rather than their own agency, institution, or scientific norms. This is the source. Let's click on the source. This, what they're really coming for: women's power. So let's click on this and see. The source, this came from Miss Magazine, and it says, okay, maternal health, primary care, mental health, oral health, education. So it looks like it did two different things. So if I'm understanding what Gemini is saying, it's saying that nurses, nurse practitioners, these people, primarily female jobs, were downgraded so that they can't get loans, and then also regulators were downgraded so that they could be able to fire these people at will. Tell me, so you're a criminal justice major, you say, right?
Yes.
So what does this mean to you? Tell me what you make of this that I just read.
It's making me concerned about the future health of especially black women, but people overall in this country, because
Mm-hmm.
it's already hard for people to afford health care. And then if there are less nurses, that's going to put a heavier strain on the medical system.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. But why? And then why the declassification for, and why the downgrade for certain regulatory officers like EPA, attorneys, policy analysts, scientists, etc.? Why do you think that?
Well, for the areas of attorneys that I feel like they could be targeting, I feel like the first ones that they would probably try to target would be civil rights attorneys. I don't
Mm.
think they go after corporate attorneys or tax attorneys because a lot of them work with businesses. So,
Mm.
with them thinking about targeting the civil rights attorneys first, that will probably help their agenda more for the things that they want to get rid of because they only want to benefit like the top 1%.
Mm. Hmm. Okay, so my initial thoughts on this and what it is that I just read, and this also needs to be double fact checked because it did come from AI. So, AI can be wrong about certain things. So let's just take what we just heard with a grain of salt. What this reminds me of is what it is that I've been learning in my feminism class and what it will take to re enslave women. So if you take away women, so I've been interviewing men in the manosphere, right? And
Hmm.
they seem to think that the answer to the societal issues that we have now is to take away women's rights. That women, that with too many choices, like there's the paradox of choice. When you have too many choices, you end up choosing nothing. And so because women can now work and they can vote, et cetera, et cetera, they don't want to choose men because they have too many options of other things that they can choose. So they want women to be dependent on men again. They want women not to have money so that all men have to do is bring money to the table and then women will choose them. So they're mad that some of them have made money and there's no woman that's willing to deal with them, and they're upset about that, right? So if you're a government and
Right.
you want to be able to re-enslave women to men, what do? You go ahead and you make it so that women don't have money, so that they're not educated, so that they don't have freedom of movement and freedom of choice, so that they will be able to what? Tell me.
Mhm.
To say, what did you
And
say?
some of this is in Project 20. Hmm?
Say what you said. I didn't hear you. It was muffled.
And some of them, well, some of this was in Project 2025 too. I haven't read all of it, but all of this is lining up to where they truly want to send it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how long before you graduate?
About a year.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. Are you already practicing for the bar?
No, I just took one LSAT test and I didn't do too well on it, but I redid it, then I did better. But I don't know. I'm just nervous about law school.
Oh, you're not in law school yet.
No, 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 no.
Oh, you're undergraduate criminal justice. Oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get it. For some reason, I thought you were in law school. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Well, you know what? Listen, keep putting one foot in front of the other. I'm going to be working towards getting my PhD in history with a concentration in women and gender studies and African American studies, so that I can do my part. So
Ooh,
you do your part, I'll do my part, and then we can get where it is that we need to be.
okay. I think we can do it.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead. All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right. Thank you for answering.
All right, bye bye. Yeah, this is really interesting. I appreciate that caller, just opening up the space for me to actually look this up and read actually what has transpired. Um, all right. So phone lines are open. If I don't have any more callers, I'm going to end this broadcast and I'm going to see whether or not I should restart a broadcast asking for people to call in about so what should I have people try to call in about, that transgender teacher issue or the manosphere issue? So women need to pull an Uno reverse card and start to reign supreme in so-called male-dominated fields. Yeah, that's what women have already done. They did this with teaching. Teaching was a male-dominated field, and then women took it over, and now, now it's a women-dominated field, and look at what they're doing. So let me ask Gemini about teachers, okay? Because I'm telling you, I heard the people talking as they were walking down the street. Okay, one person says manosphere. Oh, Rudolph, my dear. I did not watch no damn Diddy doc. I'm in the middle of my finals. Oh, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Look at what Gemini is saying. I said, what about teachers? And it says, yes, teachers were arguably the hardest hit by the non professional reclassification. While the change to healthcare workers was significant, the policy changes targeting teachers effectively redefined the federal government's view of education, shifting it from a profession requiring advanced expertise to a workforce trade judged solely by financial return. Reclassified as non professional for student loans. Elimination of grad plus loans, dismantling of teacher quality grants, transfer to the Department of Labor. Okay, hold on. Let me see. List all of the professions reclassified. What the hell? Like, why would it leave that out? Okay. So most people are voting for manosphere. Two people have voted for both. Someone says, well, Trump did say he loves the uneducated. Child, let's see what it says. Rudolph, my dear. Let me see if I can find my Rudolph music because that song is in my head now. Rudolph, my dear. Where is it? Rudolph. Dear Santa, the first Noel. Here's Rudolph. Now that's a different Rudolph. Where's Rudolph, my dear? I can't find my Rudolph, my dear song, and I don't like this because I want to hear my song. I don't want to hear what I don't want to hear. What is it called, Rudolph, my dear, or is it called something else? Is it called Only Once a Year? No. No.
The snow is falling down.
I don't care about your snow. I don't want to hear that either. I can't find my Rudolph, my dear. This is stupid. Let me search for it by name because they done got me messed up. Rudolph. Rudolph, my dear. Let's see. Here it is, Rudolph, my dear. Come on, come on. Why should it be so difficult to hear a song? My dear, that's what I want to hear. Okay, so this is saying, let me see. Okay, so, okay, list all of the professions reclassified. Let's see. Nurse practitioners, nurse anesthetics, certified nurse midwives, clinical nurse specialists, physician's assistants, audiologists, speech language pathologists, occupational therapists, physical therapists, social workers, mental health counselors. Oh, this administration is crazy. Oh my goodness, but the people, All right, here. In the education sector, teachers, school administrators, special education specialists, architects, accountants, librarians. Why were they downgraded? The administration used a new earnings premium test. They argued that because these fields generally do not yield high starting salaries compared to high school graduates, the government should not lend large amounts of money to fund these degrees. The logic was, if the market doesn't pay you like a professional, the government won't treat your degree like one. So Dwayne is saying, when you discuss the feminist perspective, all right, there's my song right there. Rudolph, my dear. Thank you all. I appreciate that. Someone said play the Thug Santa song. Hold on. All right. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Tamika, calling from Louisiana.
Hey, Tamika from Louisiana. Dwayne, can you call in next? All right, let's talk,
Say that again.
Tamika. I was asking one of the viewers, Dwayne. He wanted to ask a feminist question, so I told him to just call in. All right, Tamika, talk to me. What's up?
Yeah, I was listening to your live and about what you're talking about, and I'm one of the people that's in the nursing field.
Mm,
Also, I have a different trade. I'm also a phlebotomist, and it is affecting us, especially down here. I work between Louisiana and Texas,
mm-hmm.
and what people don't understand is not going to affect our position, but it's going to affect our pay as well. This
Oh.
is what they've been trying to. I feel like they've been trying to get this for a long time to find a reason not to be able to pay CNAs, LPNs. We know RNs make pretty good money, but I think it's a way to pay like what they consider positions on the lower totem pole side of healthcare.
Mm,
And I started off as a CNA when I was 19 years old, and they don't understand that we did this. This was something that we loved doing, and
mm-hmm.
now it feels like something that we have to do
Mm,
because if we're not being taken advantage of by the companies in our position, we're being taken advantage of by the clients in that position.
mm.
So it's a lot. I mean, I'm rethinking the field as a whole. I have a friend that's getting ready to graduate as an LPN, and we're all hearing this, and we're thinking like, should is this something that we should even be pursuing?
Ooh. So what's the general consensus?
That what's happening now with us LPNs and the CNAs is that we're going PRN, and that means we're going part time. We're taking that's our way of taking our power back. That means you won't have nurses like you want to, and people act like they don't depend on nurses to
Mm,
work in home health care, to take care of their mothers, their grandmothers, people that are debilitated by disabilities.
mm,
And this is going to affect everybody from people with mental disabilities to elder. Like nurses are everywhere in homes, in nursing homes, and in hospitals. So
mm,
it's like if we're not there, or they going to depend on a robot to administer medication.
mm. You know what? I'm glad you brought this up because this brings something to mind. So, when other people are not able to do these jobs outside of the home or outside of the family, who is tasked with doing these roles? Even if they can't do it well, who's tasked with doing the roles? And that answers part of the question for you right there. So, what it does is it drains the labor from the women of the family. It drains the labor from wives, mothers, daughters, nieces, anyone that's female in the family is going to be the one that's going to be tasked with it. We saw this during the pandemic. And so this is an extension of what they want for us as women. They want women out of the workforce and they want women doing these jobs for free, untrained, unqualified, and unable to do something else. This is what they want for us behind the scenes. What are your thoughts on that?
But what they do when they do that, they leave it open for a nurse or a home health care aide to not get charged with malpractice or neglect is what they leave it open for. Because now something that's unprofessional is something that you can't charge really, to me,
Mm,
in a law court, because now it's not professional. Now it's a petty crime because you deemed it unprofessional. Then that means a lot of these places, they're not going to be at fault to me because
mm,
you said this was an unprofessional degree. Uh, it doesn't, it's not considered important. So now you put in your family and even the people that they don't think they're going to get older. You depend on a nurse to take care of you. Eventually, that's going to happen.
mm-hmm.
So it's like they're really kicking themselves in the back with that, and it's
Are
funny to
they?
us because we know and we're always going to be needed everywhere.
But are they kicking themselves because wealthy people are going to have people who can care for them? Who are they really kicking
And
in the butt?
themselves, because they're still wealthy people still need nurses. I've been in wealthy people's homes. They still need a CNA or a home health care aide, and those people have to be certified and trained. In some capacity, they have to be trained.
I feel like you're not hearing what it is that I'm saying. So
Uh-huh.
what you're saying is true, and I agree with you. I agree with you. And they are trying to make women in their families do this work unpaid, untrained. And you're right. They are kicking themselves in the back, but they're also kicking the regular man, woman, and child in the back as well. They're kicking
I
society
see what
in the
you're
back
saying.
because society, like women are brilliant and women bring so much to the world, to the workforce, to development. Like if you think about Hidden Figures, where would we be today if these women had not been able to mathematize the way that they were doing? So it's like
Yeah.
without the inventions, the genius, the brain power of women doing other things other than taking care of the old people in their family or taking care of people when they're sick or doing this unpaid, then
Mhm.
how far advanced will our society be? So it's like they're not looking. I've said this in a video before. They're not looking for the right person for the job. They're looking for the white person for the job. And it seems like what they're doing is they're not looking for the right person for the job. They're looking for the right man for the job. And they want to leave women at home and unemployed. That's what I believe.
But we don't have any. We don't tell you. We don't have any enough male nurses. That's another thing. We don't have male nurses where I work at. It's maybe one,
Mm-hmm.
and that's if they last a year, or if they don't get in trouble for something outside of the job.
Mm.
There are no male nurses, and if you're dependent on family, as from what we've seen in a nursing home, that's not. Those people put those people in a nursing home, and you won't see them again. We're their family. We're their counselor. We're their therapist. We're their best friend. We're the person that they need during holidays, because a lot of these people, they have behaviors around this time. So you're going to take all that away.
Right, right.
They
Well, you
don't
know
have
what?
time and see.
Hold on, think about this. Think No, they don't. They're not intelligent. They're mediocre white men making decisions for the rest of us and they don't know what the hell they're doing. So, listen to this. Do you remember JD Vance or one of these people in the Trump administration was like, um why should you have daycare? The grandparents should be taking care of the kids. And they were saying that's why grandparents do not need to be in elder homes. And this is why children don't need to be in daycare because the grandparents should be taking care of the grandkids. Do you remember when he said that? Who out there
Oh,
remembers when he said that?
we flipped out, because what if that parent has dementia
Th-
and they
they-
walk off into the woods with that child, or they leave the house with a child in the house, or
yeah,
they pass away?
but this is what I'm saying. They're not thinking about it. But someone in the comments said that the wealthy will not be affected. That's their point of view.
Oh, they will definitely be affected. They depend on us the most. Because who else is going to care for their family members when they're traveling the country and the world?
You
And
don't think
these are the people that barely see their family members.
you don't think
They,
that the wealthy would be able to find someone who is working to be able to pay them enough to do that work?
that's what they're going to have to do, is pay them, and it's going to have to be money that measures up to their livelihood, because we're already in a situation. It's tight now. Nobody's settling for less. Everything's high now. Everything costs more now.
Well, if they get people desperate enough, will they take the job for cheap? Will they undercut themselves?
They probably will, and that's when medical neglect will happen in their home. They'll
Oh,
probably have
look,
deaths in
we
their
got
home.
another call coming in. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tanya.
All right. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Dwayne Genus, calling from Toronto, Canada.
Hey, we got Dwayne on the line. Welcome. So you had a question in the comments.
Yes, yes, I did. Tanya, it's good to speak with you again. It's been a while.
Oh, well, wonderful. Nice to have you on the line. So Dwayne, go ahead, shoot your comment or your question.
Yeah, it was just interesting. I just caught some of the conversation, and I was just interested in, your perspective on like the feminist point of view. Is it different from between races, black our people, and white people or other races, right? Do we is it the same? Are we unified in the same kind of feminist view, or is it different because we come from different, historical backgrounds, trajectories, that kind of thing?
What is your thought on that?
Well, I think that the history matters. I think that our paths, although we have a lot of similar, it seems like similar experiences and similar struggles. I think the history really matters, and I think it always seems as if certain groups you know would kind of want to link together when it comes to a particular issue, but when certain things arise, they're not always on your side, right? Like we've seen it so often. I'm of the view that there is a difference that when there's an issue affecting when we're talking about feminist issues or women, white women will black women always join with white women to fight for a particular issue, but when it's an issue that concerns us, we're left alone. You don't get the same support, and I see that in every aspect, whether it's women or men. It's just not the same support that we have. So that's my perspective. But I was interested to know what you thought.
Well, I'm curious about, you said us and we. So, which
Mm.
feminist issue were you fighting for that the white women around you didn't rally with you?
No, well, I find I don't have a particular example in mind. I noticed. I mean, I always, well, I would say that when it comes to issues that particularly concern our community, um, people don't champion those causes. They always can't champion the causes with an agenda in mind on how they're going to,
So, so
benefit, right?
question for you, Dwayne.
Hmm.
Before
Hmm.
you and I want you to please just be honest with me, right?
Yep, yep, yep,
When
yep,
you
yep.
were when you were typing that comment into the comments area, what was
Hmm.
it that was going on before that comment came out that made you decide to post that comment? Like, where is this coming from?
No, no. Well, I just because I know this is obviously this is a channel that I think is mostly focused on our community, right? And I was hearing you when you mentioned women. My I was wondering, who does women encompass? Is it all women struggles, or is it are we focusing on the struggles of our own community? So that was kind of where the feeling was coming from.
When I was talking
Um,
about nurses?
no, well, it wasn't about nurses. Like I said, I didn't catch the whole conversation, but I heard you talk about women,
Mm-hmm.
and the struggles that women face, and I'm wondering, which women are we talking about here? Is it our own women, or is it women of all, women in general?
I am I'm curious. I just I'll answer the question because it's a very simple
Mm-hmm.
question to answer. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about your stake in it because you're calling a black woman asking about white women and women's issues. So I wanted to know your stake in it.
Well, I mean, I would say that it's from my perspective, our women are of paramount importance, right? And I think that we have to be focused on ourselves because I think everyone else is focused on themselves,
Okay.
and that's always been the case, right? So
Okay. So question. I
mm,
just want to interrupt you to ask you this question. What is it that black women are fighting for that white women are not fighting for? Let's get to the.
well, I mean,
Mhm.
I find it, you're asking me a lot of questions. Like when do I get my question answered?
I'm because I'm trying to understand where you're coming. Because to answer your question is very simple. You ask a yes or no question. I can answer that with yes or no.
Hmm.
The situations different? Yes. So I've answered your question. So question for you: what issues are Black women facing that white women are not facing?
Okay, so I when you ask me this, what comes to mind is a documentary that I really really like called Subjects of Desire.
Mm-hmm.
It came out, I think, I don't know if you've ever seen it. Came out in I don't know, maybe 2019. But they were talking about the whole kind of feminist movement, and it was focused on the Miss America pageant, right?
Okay.
And they were focused on, I guess back, um, I guess at the genesis, or way back in when I guess a long time ago, when the pageant was in its infancy, that white women were fighting to say that they were being um, portrayed as just objects, and so they were fighting against the pageant.
Mm-hmm.
Where black women were fighting, to be recognized as beautiful in the pageant. So it was
Mm.
completely two different viewpoints, two
Interesting.
different perspectives, right? And I just thought it was very interesting that you have something that is such an important, important event, in American society, the Miss
I
America
got
pageant.
you. I got
And you
you.
have two different groups with completely two different perspectives on it,
Right.
right? One is
Right.
fighting against it, one is fighting for it. And then obviously, Subject of Desire is it's a movie about black women and beauty, and their experience with beauty, and very very well documented. And I
Thank
just
you.
thought that,
Okay. I appreciate that.
yep.
So to answer your question, and there's some people in the comments. So listen, please don't attack the callers simply because they're male. Like, come on. Like, we have been we have been so interested in having callers call in. This is our only guy who's called in, and he's brought up something that I feel is legitimate, and I wanted to kind of find out some more because different people have different impetus for asking the question. There are some people who are saying women means all women. I saw another comment that said he's trying to separate women by race, etc. Listen, black women, open your eyes and your ears and hear me when I say this to you so that you understand where I'm coming from. We are not fighting the same fight. As a matter of fact, we're fighting very different fights, and some of our
Hmm.
fights are against women, white women. So some of our fights are
Hmm.
against black women as well. So we are at the intersections. There was a black woman, I don't remember her name. She created the term intersectionality to address the specific issues that black women have to deal with being at the intersections of being both female and being black. Because one of the things that I've learned this year in my feminism class and in my African American studies class is that these classifications of woman, black, etc., are excuses. They're excuses that are blanketed upon people to enact oppression on them. So it just so happens that women make up half of the population and have made up roughly half of the population since the beginning of time. And so when they went to dominate women, they used the excuse of women being women to dominate. When they went to dominate black people, they used the excuse, well, Africans really, they used the excuse
Hmm.
of blackness to dominate. But at the end of the day, what we are looking at when we learn about these systems is we're learning about overlapping systems of oppression. We did a video yesterday where I told you all that the girlies in my feminism class don't like me. They don't like me. Why don't they like me? Right? There could be any number of reasons why they don't like me, but I can imagine part of the reason that they don't like me is because I don't exude or exhibit whatever brand of whatever it is that they think that I should exude or exhibit. And I stand on a square all my own. The issues that they are fighting and combating and competing against are different than the issues that we are fighting against. And these women, if you haven't learned from the last election, they have a vested interest in maintaining some of the powers of control that are also and especially affecting you. So when you say women are women, no, 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 no. Women are women. Yes, 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 yes. But there's also intersections of women that have different issues that affect them in different ways. So no, no, I am not. Listen, if you want to learn something, look up the term womanism, which was a term that Black women had to create because they were used, abused, and discarded by white feminists. Ask yourself this: when did women get the right to vote? We talked about this in a video. 1920s was the suffragette movement, but after these white women got their right to vote, what did they do? They cast you nakers aside. They said, we got our right to vote, bitch's, to hell with you. Let us get our rights first and then we'll worry about you. But then as soon as they got what they wanted, it was wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It was done for you. Black women didn't get the right to vote until 1965 with the Civil Rights Act. The Voting Rights Act of 1965, we didn't get the right to vote until then. 45 years later, they didn't give a damn about you. So one of the things that I am seeing, and listen, I'm in a lot of classes, and I was stunned that in my feminism class of all places, listen, I started having issues with these women since day one. I'd say maybe day two, since the very first week. Where they subverted, co-opted, a lot of different things have gone on, right? So I would have never thought this would have happened to me in a feminism class, but then I realized, oh, we have different agenda. We got different agenda. And some of the
Well,
agenda that they have depends on your subjugation. You better wake the hell up. If you don't know this now, you better listen to what it is that I'm saying to you. Hear me when I say it. We have different agenda. So I went on a little tirade. Go ahead, Dwayne.
no, no. You know what? Honestly, I applaud you. I'm so thankful that you clarified that because, in this world, and I truly believe this, that all we have is each other. We all we have is each other, and our people need to realize that unless we decide to take care of one another, we are not going to make it. We are not making it.
Who you talking
Because a
about
lot of
by
people
we?
have come in. A lot of people
Who
have
you
come in and
who
confused
you
us
talking about
and
by
turned it.
we? Who's we?
Pardon?
Dwayne, who's we?
No, I was saying our men and our women, we need each other.
Listen,
And
this is not
there's
gonna
no,
work.
just let me finish.
Okay,
Just
go
let me
ahead.
finish, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just saying that in this world, that if we don't learn to take care of each other, because everyone has come to exploit us, and they're exploiting us because they're confusing us and turning us against each other. Then they come in and take, and use us for what they want. And unfortunately, we are a people who have suffered so much trauma that
So,
we're,
listen,
we are not
I
healed,
need to cut
right?
you
So
off. I need to cut you off, and I need you to
okay,
just pause for a moment.
why is that?
Black
Okay.
women and black men are not fighting the same cause either.
Hmm.
That's my sentence. We're not fighting the same cause. So when you say we, you are. So listen, we have different agenda. And for white women, right? For white women, they align to the power structure of white men to maintain those power structures.
Hmm. Hmm.
Black
Hmm.
men align to the power structures of white men to maintain the power structures of maleness.
Well, I don't. So you would say when you say that you're making a generalization,
Yes, I
not
am.
for the not well, it's not every because I don't,
Well,
right?
so
Because
hold on.
and because I don't.
Hold on. What's the difference between a generalization and an absolute? What's the difference between a
But what I'm
generalization and an absolute? Answer that question, please.
I'm not really following you. All I can say is, as a black man for
Hold on. I
myself,
don't listen.
I've
Listen.
been,
I don't want to hear
yeah,
not all men. I don't want to hear not me. I want us to discuss the difference between a generalization and an absolute, because if you don't know that, that's the foundation for where we go from here.
okay. So go ahead and explain so I
Okay.
understand what you're saying.
So when you say I'm speaking a generalization, yes, I am. I'm speaking
Hmm.
in general about manness in present day and has existed from antiquity, since written history, right? That's what I'm talking about in general, the behaviors of men who, even in present day, are acting in manners that are not in the best interest of women in general. Are there outliers that are extremely bad and extremely good? Yes, but I'm speaking in general. Absolutes mean speaking about everyone. Absolutes means everyone. And I'm not speaking in absolutes because I don't know every single person on earth. What happens when we start saying not all men, not all this, right? Not all cops, not all. What we do is we try to distract from the argument at hand where we're speaking about an issue that exists
So
on
yeah,
average. There's a problem.
I'm not saying that there isn't a problem. I know there's serious problems because I will tell you, as a black man who you know who has been married for 23 years to my beautiful woman who is African, and I have a family, and that's what made me what I am. I'm alone. I'm generally alone, so I understand the problem, right?
What's the problem
And
that you
I've devoted.
understand?
Pardon?
You said you understand the problem. What's the problem you understand?
Well, I understand the problem of the black man who has been confused and he's lost in himself, doesn't know what direction he should be going, and who has given up. So I know that because generally I in discussions where I look to find men who want to read and understand their history and all these things and understand themselves, it's few and far between. So I get it, right? Um, I would say that the reason why I gravitate to you, and I called you from Toronto. It's a long distance call, but I look for people who want to have these kind of conversations. So when I talk about when I connect with you, I'm saying that you seem like somebody who is talking about something that is substantive. And I would say that, we as people who are conscious need each other. Because if we who are conscious don't put together and figure out what the next generation look like, there is none,
That's not true.
right? I,
So
if
let me
we don't
so so
figure
let me
out
so let
what
me
the
let me let
solutions
me
are.
let me
Mhm.
say this to you so that you could understand what history has shown, right? Marcus Garvey, W.E.B.
Mhm.
Du Bois,
Oh.
Frederick Douglass, right? These were three
Mhm.
men who had three different ideas of what the solution is for the black problem. I
Mhm.
forget which one it is. I need to do more research myself, but one of them thought that we needed to assimilate, integrate, and become ingrained in the black,
Yeah,
the
that
American. Hold on. One of
yeah
them
was W.
thought
Du Bois. Yeah.
one of them thought that we needed to
Mm.
leave America altogether and find our utopia somewhere else, right? And someone else, one of them, so there were three of them, and one of them thought that we needed to stay here, but that we needed to separate, right? So there were integrationalists, there were separatists,
Mhm.
and there were emigrationists. So there were
Mm.
different people who had different thoughts and ideas. So this is what I'm saying to you, right? There is no we, there is only people who are on the same path as you who have the same ideals as you do, and then you come together and you work on that solution within your group. Trying to wait for everybody to have the same solution is not going to work. So just
No,
find
no,
your
no, no.
group
And
and
I
go
think you
forward from
misunderstood
there.
me. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not waiting for anybody because I'm not waiting for anybody. I've forged my own path. I haven't waited for anybody.
Well, so we have a
But
problem here, Dwayne. I apologize for cutting you off. We have a problem because, on the one hand, when I ask you questions, you're like, why are you asking me all these questions? On the other hand, where I cut out the extensive question asking, then you're saying I misunderstand you. You said that if we don't come together, that there won't be a future. There will be a future. There will be different people who have different agendas.
well,
Booker T. Washington, thank you.
what I am referring to is what George and I don't want this to be an argument. I think you know I respect you and I do watch out for your show. I
Mm-hmm.
watch out to hear to hear what you're saying and what's being said and to contribute. Um, George C. Fraser recently he had a podcast a message that came out, a video, and he was talking about the greatest threat that faces the African American family in the black people in America in the next 2 decades, and he said it's the existential threat of the black family. Um, you know, and that's what, as far as I'm concerned, that's what we are focused on because I think you know. Nobody is going to solve these things for us. We have to solve them for ourselves. And
There
it
is
takes
no black
investment. It
family
takes
if women
time.
are not liberated. There's no black family if women are not liberated. Women are just enslaved
No,
in another way. But I do have to take the next call, Dwayne, because there have been a few people who have called in, and I want to be able to keep it moving. I appreciate you calling in. I appreciate you being a viewer and looking out for the show. Continue to comment, okay? I'll see you in the comments.
like, definitely. Take care.
Okay, bye bye. All right, there were a few calls that were coming in while we were on the line. So the phone line is open. You're able to call in right now. And yeah, so there were a few different black people back in the days that had different ideas about the direction that we should go in. Booker T. Washington was one of them. Frederick Douglass. We had Marcus Garvey. We had W.E.B. Du Bois. So rather than black people wanting all black people to come together, I want us to just find people who are on the same type of time that we're on and go forward from there.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Tonya. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where you calling from?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, hello, Tonya. My name is Pinky,
I can't hear you.
and I'm calling from New Jersey.
Your sound quality is not good.
Oh, can you hear me now? Thank
It
you.
sounds like you're on speakerphone or something. The sound quality just isn't good.
I'm not on speakerphone. I could try to call back, but okay, I could try to call back.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I so the good life is saying, period, I focus on fellowship with people on the same type of time as me. Ain't have time for the caller. Um, I was a little aggy during that call. I didn't have to, but it was. I just, you know what it is. I have inside the description that when I start speaking to please stop. It's like I really don't need people filibustering. It's like I yeah. So I want to hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts on whatever it is? It's really funny. It's really funny. I I was in a conversation with someone from the manosphere over the weekend, and the person was saying that black women don't should have never picked up feminism because black men have never had control over black women because black men are under the control of white men. And I'm like, what does that have to do with what? And so I guess there's a part of me that's still kind of in that energy as well. And someone is saying he really wanted to just brag about being one of the handful of black men who got married. Someone is saying, I mean, oh, it is time for the movement break. Oh my goodness. You know what? Because the thing went off when we were on the phone and I forgot to oh my goodness. Yes, it is time for our movement break. Give me 1 second. Hold on. My bad, you all. Oh my goodness. You're right. Because we've been sitting for a minute. Let me pull up my Christmas songs and let us, oh, hold on. It's not allowing me to sort by tempo. Oh, we're gonna have to just find a high tempo one.
The snow is falling down. I've been.
Okay. Are you all ready to get up out your seat? Listen. Get up out your seat, y'all. It's time to just do a little bit of movement. Here we go. good. I'm gonna have to add a heart to that one. I'm gonna have to add a heart to that one. Ooh. Ooh. All right. All right. Ooh. Okay. Oh no, I'm rolling over my cord. Oh goodness. Oh, that was good, y'all. I hope you got up and danced. Somebody talking about dance, girl. I hope you got up and danced. That was good. So far, we have done 11 minutes of workout during this show. So that's good. All right, let's call back our caller and see. Whew.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Tonya. Whoo, child, we just finished dancing. Oh, oh my goodness. That was energetic. Ooh, that was energetic. Ooh. 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 Well, she's not answering now, so let's try someone else. Let's try someone else. And then we'll try to come back to her. Ooh. Goodness. I'm gonna get off of here soon.
Hello.
You're on Air Live with Tonya. What's your name and where you calling from?
Oh yes, this is Pinky. I called you before. I just called you from my different phone. Yes.
Oh, this was the same girl in Jersey?
Yes.
Okay. Did you get up for that dance break just now? Because the music was good. If you missed it, I hope you didn't miss it.
Oh no, I heard the music, but I actually had to tend to my mom because I caregiver for her. But yeah,
Oh,
but I heard it. Yes.
so you one of the ones that that we were talking about on one of those calls. So talk to us, Pinky. What what are your thoughts today?
Yeah, so I know you did a video yesterday. I don't know if you want to touch on that, but I made a comment and you told me that you would want to hear my thoughts on
Sure.
that conversation.
We're
So
talking about everything today.
Okay.
I need some
That's
water,
good.
child. Hold on. Let me get some water, child. Oh.
Okay, take your time. Okay.
I wish you would have danced to that one as you were caregiving. Because, you know, as you reaching for the pill, giving in the pill, you could be doing your thing.
Yeah.
Give me one
Yeah.
second. All right, go ahead. I'm
I need to get
listening.
some water myself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hydrate. Whew.
Yeah, I have some right here. So
Okay, good. All right. So what are your thoughts on, because there were two people who I wrote to. I wanted to hear more of their thoughts.
Yes, so I'm the one that made the comment about like it's not good to live in an echo chamber, as well as like, you know, why aren't there any psychology majors that challenge gender theory? And yeah. That was me.
I remember
So
that one. Yes. So let's talk about
yes.
it.
Yeah, so I would first say there's like a lot of background to this because I've had this conversation for a long time online and everything, and I honestly stopped engaging with it because it got so toxic and bad. And unfortunately, I don't know if you know this, but Reddit is sort of like very left leaning, and so if you stick to facts or biological facts, you know, they'll literally, you know, I got banned for speaking on biology. I'm sorry, I'm speaking so fast. Biology, yes. And so they don't like that because I understood what you meant when you said that with your feminism paper, that it was hard to talk about the history when people want to play these like tricks on gender and sex. And it's like, well, we can't really properly address things if we're going to try to make it seem as if there's no, like if there's a difference between gender and sex. For the longest time, gender was sex. And so with me, when I got banned on Reddit, it was because I stuck to the biological facts. They didn't like that, and I got banned. I tried to appeal it years ago. They wouldn't let me back. So that was like the last time I think I engaged really into this conversation. But let me see. I made a post on Reddit years ago, and it was about how I thought gender ideology at the time, that's how I framed it, was deep rooted in misogyny.
Yeah.
And I actually have, let me see.
You have some notes? Or are you going back to your
Yeah, I
comment?
document everything. Yeah, I document everything because I was looking for it because I knew I would have this conversation with you. So let me see.
Oh, take your time. I think I might
It's
even
amazing.
just come back a little later to find the people who wanted to talk about that topic, because I feel like a lot of them are lost because the platforms are not letting people know that I'm live right now. So I feel like the people that want to also be in on that conversation are not here.
Oh, okay. So I do know you were talking about, because I got in actually pretty late, but you were on a call with the man from Toronto, I believe, and you guys were speaking about like black women and I guess the difference between what white women are fighting for. Um, do you want to talk about that right now, or?
We could talk about whatever you want to talk about. So you
Okay.
called in to talk about your comments. So while I have you on the air, I want to take advantage of this opportunity.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, let me check. Okay. I sent it to myself after I made the post on Reddit. Let me see.
Okay. You can also search by your name on Reddit, but if they banned you, they might have deleted your name from the post with the post.
Yeah, I tried it because they archived the post, but because they like banned me, you can't find it at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Let me see. Sorry, I had it. I wanted to take advantage of you being online, but like I said, I am a caregiver for my mom, so I was like, oh my God, let me try to call, and I'm juggling different
listen,
things.
I'm going to be back at about 5 o'clock when people are getting off work, and we're going to be specifically talking about that. So if you want, you could just call back in then, um, and then we could just, while you have your notes, and then we could talk about it then, and then there'll be other people who will be calling to talk about that topic as well. So what is it? How does that sound?
Oh, that sounds good, and I just so happen to found it, but yeah, that sounds good too.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So then I will see you all back at 5. I'm going to jump out of here because I'm feeling fatigued. I want to eat. I need to drink water. I need to lay down. And I need to kind of get my head together for the broadcast that we're going to do at 5. So right now it's 3, so that's 2 hours from now. So that gives me some time to kind of read and get some stuff together for my whatchamacallit. And then someone's asking about my presentation. You know what? Thank you for reminding me. I need to pull up my presentation, and then I'll show you all publicly what my presentation was so you can see. All right, my dear. So Pinky, I will talk to you at 5, okay? 5 Eastern Standard
Okay, I'll
Time.
talk to you at 5.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. All right, you all, the phone lines are closed right now, and what we're going to do is we're going to jump out of here. I don't know if there were any self-love lessons from today's video. One of my self-love lessons from today's video is about being very intentional about my boundaries and helping people be able to have a good conversation with me by letting people know, because I forgot to let people know when I talk, stop talking. And that helps for a better conversation, because when I'm trying to talk and all of that, I start to get very irritated, and then things just start to go downhill from there. So nonetheless, we're gonna get out of here, and then I'll see you all at 5 p.m. I'm trying to look for a song for us to go out to. Look like an angry reindeer. All right, listen, I'll see you all in the next video. If you have a self-love lesson, type it. I know what my self-love lesson is. What's your self-love lesson? Type SLL, and then let me see your self-love lesson. Yeah, I'm gonna lay down. lay down and I'm going to read some of my books, and then I'm going to child, I forgot I was live. I almost took my damn shirt off while I'm in the front of this doggone camera. Oh goodness. All right, my self-love lesson is let people be who they are. Meanwhile, I'll move around. I love that. I love that. Thank you. Someone says I'm doing a great job with school. How would you know that? How would you know? I could be flunking out, but I am doing a good job. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. This is my first winter since broadcasting with the headbands that I've had here. And it just feels so different having a headband on and not having, but at least I have my little bun up there to stop my reindeer antlers from falling backwards. All right, self-love lessons. Let me get the self-love lessons before we head out. And while I'm going to start turning off the lights and stuff while you're giving your self-love lessons. All right, self-love lessons, SOL. Take care of me, even in stressful conditions. Okay. All right. All right. I don't love the word stress being in there because I want us to talk about what we do want, because whatever we talk about, we bring more of. So, all right. You know what also kind of I think something else that kind of irritated me a little bit when I was on one of the call with the male caller is that I felt like I asked thorough enough questions to kind of get a sense for where he was coming from, only for it to turn back around into where I originally assumed it was going to go. So I find that black men kind of do this thing where they're like, "Oh, it's me and you against the world. It's us, black men and black women against the world. We all we have. We got to stick together." But they don't really understand that the status quo of the way things are right now, like there's no together with my subjugation. There's no together while I'm beneath you. There's no together while women are enslaved to men. There's no together. There's no you and me. If you're not fighting, if you're not a feminist, I don't have time for you to be around me. I just don't. I don't have time. I only have time for people around me who understand what feminism is, and they are either a feminist or a womanist. That's it. Um, let's see how we can change this self-love lesson to take the word not out. Okay. Okay, so the self-love lesson is on figuring out how to help and assist people. I think that how to help be an advocate for Black women. Interested in figuring out how to become a healthcare advocate for Black women. Okay, so your self-love lesson is that you advocate for people who need help, or you advocate for the disenfranchised, or you advocate for I can't think of it. I need rest right now. I need rest. I need rest. So yes, I will see you all in the next video at 5 p.m. So thank you all so much for coming out. All right, go